What is your relationship like with anxiety? Anxiety is something that we all experience to some degree, to some level on the spectrum. Anxiety for me has been quite a fierce relationship, if you like, if that's what you want to call it. I refer to it as a relationship because it's something that I am fully experiencing every single day since I started secondary school. So since I was about 12 years old, developing into a young man, it was always present. And at the time, you don't think about why you're feeling that way. And when I was younger, it was even more confusing to experience that anxiety, and it then affected my friendships in school, affected my relationships at home, affected my relationship with myself. As you get older, you start to be able to piece things together from talking to other people about anxiety, but also just having a better understanding of yourself naturally. I do feel that as you go through life unforcefully, you do gain a better understanding of yourself, whether you're trying to or not. And although I have that understanding of myself better compared to when I was younger, I still have a fierce battle with anxiety every single day. When I walk past someone in the street, or when I'm about to even walk past someone in the street, I develop this almost defense mechanism subconsciously where I tense up. So my shoulders tense up, my joints, they tense up, and I start to deck over my feet. My feet start to come together. And I must look so awkward walking past anyone from their perspective, you know, but saying that, you don't know because you're not seeing it from their perspective, and more likely than not, it's probably not as bad as I make out in my own head. But it's very hard to walk with confidence when you have that battle in your head all the time. And I suppose subconsciously what my mind is doing is trying to protect me from being judged, from not being understood. I think I'm probably just scared to experience any more pain, but then that brings me pain anyway because I'm tensing up, and I feel upset with myself because I can't seem to loosen up. It's difficult. One thing that does help, if I do remember to do it, is to slow down. And that's not just with walking, but just with day-to-day activities. Maybe it's the anxiety, or maybe it's just me as an individual. I tend to rush through things. I have a lack of patience at times. So just slowing down does help. And for me, that means brushing my teeth slower, eating slower, talking slower. And when I do walk slower, I do feel a little bit less tense. It's just one of those things that you feel like is never going to go away. But where I'm so aware of it, I know that eventually I will develop this great mechanism to deal with that feeling and not allow it to jeopardize my day-to-day activities. something as simple as walking to someone else is very, very easy and subconscious to do. But for me, subconsciously walking typically then means being scared, I guess. It's a weird conundrum, but I definitely think that exposing myself to walking past more people and just walking more in general is a way that can help me. I've just gone through a 1 week's training for a new job that I'm doing, and I start my new job tomorrow. And with my job comes a lot of walking to get to where I'm associated within the workplace. So with that, I will be having to walk past people every single day to and from work, and I can use that as a way to heal myself. But there is definitely some deeper inner healing that needs to be done one way or another. You know, I do a lot of journaling. I journal positive affirmations that I want to then believe in the future after repetition, and I try to believe it as I write it. The one I do for my anxiety is I write that I belong in every space that I enter. That's one of the ones I write. And it's one of those things I try to remember, especially if I'm coming into a new environment or an environment that I'm uncomfortable in. I try to remind myself of that phrase if I can. And the more I write it down, the more I remember it throughout the day. It can be quite effective. It's just the case of repeating that for a long period of time to then eventually believe it. Secondly, the second one that I write is, I'm aware of my anxiety and I don't fight it because I'm already in control of it. And that's something I want to physically feel one day. And there are times where I do feel that. I'm not sure if you might feel the same. You get small glimpses of, oh, okay, the anxiety is leaving my body, you know, oh, I found a way to cope with it. But then it comes back around and you get involved in a particular situation that invites it back in. So, you know, it's all about being patient and slowing down when I can. And if it's something you've not tried before or you've not been mindful of before, then do try slowing down if you can. Or if it just means you need to wake up half an hour earlier, then do so. Do that, because it can help. But yeah, you know, anxiety is something that I have struggled with day in, day out. On the top of the spectrum is extremely high for me, unfortunately. And you know, whether, you know, you could say that's just my own mindset, my own perspective, that it is at the top of the spectrum. And I would love to believe that it wasn't at the top of the spectrum. But it's hard to do that when it controls your life. It controls your life. But anyway, the new job as of tomorrow is going to be good for a number of reasons. Getting some income, interacting with new people, being occupied. There's a lot of positives to come from it, and a lot of lessons I do hope will come from it as well. So yeah, it's just one day at a time. That's all I've got today. Just trying to keep up with doing these weekly raw videos that I'm doing, and it seems to work out that, you know, once a week seems pretty decent for me. If I can upload more, or if I feel like I want to upload more, then I will do. But yeah, I'm liking how this is going at the moment. It's quite nice to be able to talk to people. I've had a few comments already, people sharing their experiences and their related stories that coincide with my own. So yeah, for that sense, it's great, and that's what I've wanted from posting these videos is to hear from you guys and hear what you're going through, or how you relate, or the advice you have. You know, it's so great to have a community of people, and whether or not that's 2 or 3 people, or 10 plus people, or 100 plus people, doesn't matter. It's just all about helping each other. I think that's a very important part of community, and being human as well. Anyway, waffling on now a bit too much, but yeah, I'll catch up with you guys next week.